I think there's like a little part of me, like as a comedian, like if ever, God forbid, I got locked up, I'm like, well, what if I could use my comedy abilities to lighten the mood in the jail or whatever? And I'm watching. I know it's so stupid, right? But I'm very curious because a lot of your stories, you're talking about kind of teasing people. At what point do you build up the courage to be like roasting guys who are locked up probably for some dangerous shit? Is there ever a point where you're like, man, that's not the guy I'm going to tease? Like, how do you build rapport to be yourself?
I knew coming in, I was there for like 6. So the first 2, I was making my bones. And
okay.
So people understood he's going to say whatever he's going to say regardless. Fighting him is not the way to go.
Because you grew up boxing, right? Okay, so you had some hands.
I know mass majority of people can't fight. I know it. So I'm like this. I'm like you really want to do this? So
you weren't scared at all?
I've never been scared.
Not even in the beginning? You tell this great story as one of the first things I saw you on Ari's show about the Mexicans are wearing boots.
Yeah, I was unaware, but not scared. Like, I wanted to know what it meant. I'm like,
have you guys heard that?
Oh, like, what did that mean? Yeah. I just, was unaware. So in Domino Effect 3, that's why it's damn near my favorite one, because it's showing how unaware I was when I got locked up in the county. I'm like, I'm so unaware of how the process. But when dudes was at the bars like, yo, you slapped my sister. I'm like, no, I've never slapped a woman. Don't even know your sister. And then once I figured out they was talking to me, I was like, oh shit, so you trying to start something with me.
Oh, they're making up a fake thing.
Yeah, they making up
an excuse.
I'm like, and I couldn't, and once I figured out they was talking to me, I couldn't wait for them to come and let me in the cell. And I'm like, okay, cool. You making up shit? Okay, cool. I don't like to be lied on.
So when I heard this story, that's when I knew I was pussy, because I'm like, he goes up to the 2 guys that are talking.
As soon as I get in there.
Wait, tell me
these
this.
These guys are big. Yeah, tell them the story.
Wait, what happened?
So I'm outside the bars, and when they getting ready to lock you up inside, they put you like in the hallway,
right?
And so but the people can see you. Everybody can see you, and they locking up other people. And I'm sitting there waiting with this sandwich that I'm not gonna eat, just because you think you don't never eat because you think you're gonna get out.
Yeah.
So you don't eat nothing. You're like, I'm straight.
He didn't know how much his bond was. His bond ended up being like 150,000 or something.
So you're in jail, not prison.
Yeah.
At this point, you're in jail. Right. Yeah. So you think you're getting out. Okay.
Let me go back. I can make the bond, but my attorney said it was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, his attorney said
prove you got the 150.
He's this is so funny.
My attorney like, he's like, I say I can make the bond. He's like, but you don't have a job. I'm just trying to.
He's like, so I gotta go to court, say you're not a drug dealer.
I gotta go to court and try to act like I need bond reduction.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my resort in Cabo up as collateral.
And so I'm waiting, and the dude's like, yo, that's him. And I'm looking down the hallway like, oh.
No, they're not talking about me.
Who are these guys talking to? Yes, that's who slapped my sister. And I was like, who is this abusive guy? Why would I ask you?
You should fuck him up.
I don't know who they're talking to. Yeah. And then I'm gonna slap. I'm whoop your ass when you come in there. And I'm like, oh, am I the only one in this hallway? Oh, so they talking to me. Oh, okay. So my first thing is like, yo, as soon as I get in there, we gonna see, because I do not like to be lied on.
Didn't he have a friend who was like jacked and tall and brolic too?
Oh, that's Brian. Brian, he became my friend too. It's Poo Poo and Brian. This is the shit that they do to bother people when they getting ready to come in. So as soon as I get in, I put my stuff down and I'm like, yo, what's up? And dude's like, what? I said, you said I slapped your sister. He said, man, I'm fucking with you. And so I'm like, yo, but I'm still want to fight, because you made up this narrative about me, and I just want to get it on. Yeah. I don't have, but I used to hear about this tank when I was in the street, 10B3. It's 1301 Franklin Street. This is a notorious place.
Okay.
And you would hear about it.
They be squabbling in 10B3.
Yeah. You would hear about it. And people say you don't want to go to a corner tank. And so when they're assigning people tanks, and I'm just sitting there, I'm standing there, and they giving all these people these other floors. He get right to me and say 10B3. I'm like, ain't that some bullshit? So that was my whole thing. I still wanted to fight.
And did you guys end up?
No, because they was just bothering me. So then maybe I'm in this tank for about fighting my case about 5-6 months. Now I'm doing the same shit
To other people.
That's him.
That's funny.
And so you get we just fucking with you.
Okay, so you get convicted because you end up going to prison. Okay. Upon conviction, you said you've never been afraid, but you have to be like processing outcomes, right? Like, are you worried about, I'm going to bump into this person who has beef with a friend of mine on the outside? Like,
I don't really have a lot of beefs on the outside. My crew was protected, but my whole crew was locked up. They got all of us at one time.
So it was a homecoming.
So it was like, yo, all of y'all, come on, this way. So I really wasn't concerned about that.
Was it really the last drug deal you like legitimately? I didn't
that was legitimate. I was done.
And he got pulled into one last. It was like a movie.
And I wasn't even supposed to be at this shit. Like I was literally out.
What do you mean? You were out?
Yeah,
you
my
decided
little crew,
you're doing something else with your life.
Told his partner, I'm done. I'm out. He said, do one more with me.
And he was like, yo, man, just do this last run with me. Watch my back. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm there. And I kept saying it. Like, we never would have been locked up if Mo would have listened to me and wasn't on his. See, when people have financial woes, they make bad decisions.
Yeah, desperation.
You know, you get attitude with your friends. You got all this other shit. So I get there, and we in this hotel room, and they won't let me go to the bathroom. They say they taught something wrong with their toilet. Okay. And this is just me processing all of it. So when we sit down and they bring out the money, the first thing I ask, I'm like, wow, hundreds and fifties? This is a drug deal. 150? I'm like, oh, that's weird.
Wait, why? Because lower amounts would indicate
when
that
you
it's
sell
like
you sell drugs, it's going to be a lot of 10s and 5s and 20s and sliced up.
That's what you're getting paid in. And then
if you got clean bills, it's probably coming from a sting operation.
And it's clean bills. And I asked, I said, hey, what's these numbers on the money? And he said, oh man, that's a bank numbers came from the Franklin Bank in New Orleans. I had just left New Orleans. And I was like, Franklin Bank. Franklin. I said, okay. So I thumbed through the money and then I did the sign. I knocked on the table 3 times, which they're supposed to tell Mo, this is the police. We done. Let's dip. We go outside and I say, Mo, tell Charles, don't come to the parking lot with the coke. This is bad. He goes down and tells Charles, once we get locked up and we had to go to court together, Charles told me what he said. He said, oh man, your boy nervous. And it's all good. And I'm asking Charles as a grown man, why would you think I was nervous?
Yeah, he been running with you for
me since I was 14. When was I ever nervous?
How you and Charles became friends is the funniest story to me. This might be my favorite story in the whole special.
Tell me.
So, Charles is running the apartments, and
what does that mean?
Like, he's the supplier for mostly everybody in the apartments.
Got it.
That's selling dope. And where we live at is maybe 1, 2, 3, like 6 sets of apartments.
Okay.
So everybody got their own little section, but the greens is where nobody goes. They swear the police is over there. So I'm buying my dope from Ronell, which is Charles's brother-in-law, and they in the crew.
You don't generally meet Charles.
Yeah, you don't really meet Charles. You just
probably don't want to.
Ronell.
Yeah.
So I'm buying my little stuff from Ronell, and I decided to go to the Greens and how I go to the Greens is because it's a homosexual guy named Tink that tells Ronell. It was very sassy. He was selling Ronell. He was buying something from Ronell, and he was like, Ronell, well, I gotta buy my cracks over over. But Tink is fucking crazy. The outfit is. Tink must have been like a fan of what's the name? Simmons, Richard Simmons, because he had on like these little bitty ass Carl Lewis shorts, right? And these leg warmers, and he had this hat, and he had a curl that really didn't take, so it was just wet hair. And he had on a half shirt that said Thriller.
Okay.
So he's terrible. But when he buy, I run around and catch him in the parking lot, and I was like, "Hey, Tink, it's people over there." He's like, "Yeah, we over there. All you gotta do is come over there. I bring you everybody." So when I get to the pool area. He told me to wait at the pool, and it's like, yo, he wasn't lying. It was so many fiends over there. They started coming out like Thriller, like Michael Jackson. They were zombies. Yeah. So I'm over there, son. So I'm
So now he's making money.
I'm
so you're servicing this area that nobody went to because they thought the cops were over there, but it was really just gay people.
Yeah. No, it's not scary. Tink is the only one that's gay.
It only takes one.
Everybody else is just regular people. Tink is the only one over there with this bullshit.
You seen Thriller? You bite one, they all gay.
So
It's scary.
and Ronell notices that I'm buying more from him, very rapidly. So Charles wanted to meet me, and everybody hang out at the park. I don't know why drug dealers take over a park, but it's very.
They like the greenery. They want to be outside.
This is not even a green park. This is a park in an apartment
Oh, it's just
where
cement.
they put down some like rug, put a structure on top of it.
Bolt somewhere.
This is great.
They're doing their best.
It looks. You can look and see the pool, but so I'm over there, and Charles wanted to meet me, and I came over there to buy something from Ronell, and Charles keep trying to talk to me, and I'm like, no, I don't want to talk to him.
Wait, why?
Because this is like Nino Brown.
That's the top guy. You don't
Charles, hey man, what's up, little man? I'm like, hey, can I just get my stuff so I can go? And then Charles like, hey man, he told me that I was gonna work for him. Because I was selling so much. No, he said, hey, man, you going to work for me. I was like, no, I'm pretty cool.
You said no to it.
And then Charles, at the time, I didn't know what this gun was. I found out later. But this was the biggest gun I had ever seen, which was a Desert Eagle. And he pulls his gun out. He's like, hey, man, what I say you going to do, you going to work for me. And I had a 25 automatic that I had 2 weeks prior got into with this dude and took his gun. His gun fell out, and
Not a crackhead.
And I
gun fell out, and he took the gun.
And I kept it. Right. So
It's like a video game.
It's crazy.
So when he pulled out his gun, I pulled mine out. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna work.
Hold
for you.
on. A guy points a Desert Eagle at you, and then in that time, you take out your gun and point it back at him. Is there any concern that normal people without you have like for some reason have like no fear? You have high fear tolerance, but normal people would be like, if I pull out my gun, this person's just going to shoot me and then I'll die. Why were you not worried that was going to happen?
Because he got to shoot.
Yeah,
You got to shoot. You can't pull something on him. You got to shoot.
actually, I've heard this. Like, if you pull the gun out and don't shoot, some people say like they're not willing to shoot in the first place.
I have had a gun pulled out of me 3 times, and I've never been shot by either person.
This is actually the worst thing to happen because now you're probably too
You
confident
said
around
either
guns.
person, which lets me know someone pulled it on you twice, but that's
No, 3 different people.
Okay.
And if my boy Kid Styles was here, Kid Styles, he'd be like, yep, this is what happened. A dude put a gun on me because I was ribbing on him in the parking lot.
Hold on. This is what I'm getting at.
Those are going to be the first to shoot.
Yeah, okay.
He gets mad because I'm talking about him in the parking lot, and he pulls his gun on me. And I look towards Kid. I said, Kid, he about to get his ass whooped. And I turned and I said, hey, you better put that gun up before I fuck around and get mad out here. And then I just turned back talking to Kid. And he put his gun, and Kid was like, yo, you are a crazy man. I was like, man, if he was going to shoot, he would have shot. Because if I pull out on you, I'm going to shoot your ass.
Yeah.
I'm for 100% going to shoot you.
Yeah.
It's not even a doubt in my mind that I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to blow your fucking brains out. Because in my mind, I can't pull a gun on you and not shoot you.
Right.
That's me.
But what happened in this situation where he pulled the gun out?
We're in the middle of Jamaica. It's a club. All these people out here, you're not fucking finna shoot me.
Got it. So
Like-
you were basically you were telling Charles, you were basically like, listen,
with Charles,
Yeah.
that was another person.
Yeah.
But going back to Charles, when I pulled my gun out, Charles is a big dude. He's not a small dude.
yeah.
Charles snatched my gun out of my hand and said, "This motherfucker got heart." And I'm still sitting there with my hand like this, like,
You just got your gun finger up and no gun.
Looking down.
I think the way he says in the specials first, he's like, this landlord put a gun on me. Like he's laughing about it, then snatches it.
this shit is like I just got heart and I done pulled a gun on him. He don't give a shit.
So he respected it.
Yeah. And then gave him my gun back and told me, man, anybody fuck with you, man, you let me know.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So do you think a guy like him is so feared that he's actually looking for people with heart?
He looking for people with heart.
And especially you're like 16 at the time, right?
14, I think.
Oh, 14, yeah. So the young ones, you want to get them early. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you see a young guy with heart,
Yeah.
you're like, I can school this guy up and
He's either going to be with you or against you.
I could teach him whatever he needs to know, too. Like, I could teach him all that.
God. Now,
Hard I can't teach.
were you calculating that in the moment? Were you like, I have to show him that I'm not scared? Or it was just
It
a
was
knee
just
jerk?
a reaction of you pulling a gun on me and okay, I got a gun too. Your shit got a flash though. Cause if this shit get crazy, I'm gonna shoot you. Now I may not hit you because it's a 25, which is the most inaccurate motherfucking gun of all time. But it's the fact. Because I've already acclimated myself to what's going on out here. At first I was very naive to it, but I've been through some little instances out here, so I gotta get my shit together.
Even at 14 years old.
Yeah. Drug dealing is not an easy thing. If I would go back to 14 in this whole situation, I would just hoop or play the violin. I'll just do something. I'm like, give me a harp. Let me train my mind for something else. And the crazy thing is, I never had to be out there.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, both your parents, your mom successful, your dad also, was it like a courier service?
Yeah, the carrier service.
Yeah, carrier service.
And my dad never sold crack. He only sold powder. Because that's who he was doing all these carrier stuff for with these attorneys. And they, could you give me some powder? And then he started selling powder.
Because he's selling it to the attorneys.
Yeah.
Hilarious. So he's doing the money drops and the exchanges for the attorneys. Because this is a time where I guess what you're not going to be like sending bank transfers or whatever like that. This is an in-person.
He started that company in 1980.
So you have these successful, obviously smart parents. You don't have to deal drugs.
Not at all.
You're in the environment, but then your mom moves away at a certain point in time. She moves to a nicer area.
Yeah.
So like there is a version, you're clearly like a smart guy. Is there ever a version when you're like around this world where you're like, what am I doing? Like, I don't have to do this.
This is why I was getting out.
Yep.
Okay.
I was like, man, this shit is for the birds. You know, what am I doing?
How much money do you have at that point? I'm curious.
About, I'm going to say tangible bread. So 84 pounds. I'm probably sitting on like 230.
Wow.
230 cash.
Yeah, cash.
Which is
At how old?
At this time, I'm 19.
So 19 years old, $250,000 in cash.
So I'm gonna say 18 because I'm about to get out before, because my birthday is October 17th. So I turn 19. We get busted on the 21st. So I was only like 19 on the street for like 4 days. It's a terrible present.
Here's a question I had when I'm watching though. You got 230 cash. Afterward, you're like, I'm out. That's not quite enough that you could just invest it and be set for life.
Where you got that from?
No, dude, at the time,
Yeah,
we're talking about 80s. That's probably
So you're
$1
built for
million
the rest of your life
now.
with 230 cash?
No, you start a business. You can.
Yeah, but that's why I'm. So, what is your plan beyond this? You have a plan, like I'm gonna do
all type of shit going on. Like I wasn't just making money from selling dope. I had a condo my mama didn't even know about. I could have released that out.
Okay.
Dude, I had all type of shit going on. Like I had invested in this rap group. I had a lot of shit going on.
So that's what I was wondering, because I know you stopped at like 16.
You got to think of 230 in the 90s, the early 90s.
Crazy.
Yeah, in Texas.
Yeah.
That's true. Texas too.
And
Yeah.
19, that's a lot.
you can
It's a
live.
lot. I'm curious if he doesn't get locked up. Is there a point when he's like 25 or 23 where he's like, man, I was making so much money before I could go right back to that? Because that is kind of what happened at 16, right? You were dating that girl.
Yeah.
Everything is good. And the money gets
Everything's good.
low.
I was chilling.
Yeah.
Charles, get out. I'm looking for you, baby. Nah.
No.
So this thing, that's 16, and I'm a kid. So I'm super kid at this point. I'm just in high school. Now, just move up to I'm out of school.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm moving around, and I'm good. I got $230 cash.
Yeah.
You know how many investments I could have started anything at that point.
Did you have to manage street politics at that age? Like, did you maintain business relationships with other like rivals? Were you well liked? I'm a kid, so it's not a lot of people who know me. Charles is the main front face, but I think that sometimes people get the eras mixed up. Okay.
See, late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
It's not like whatever this shit is now or in the middle of 2000s. I didn't have to know anybody because nobody's coming from their side of town to my side of town.
Oh, got
you know what I'm saying? I'm not even going 3 streets over. That's not my
now
business.
it's so interconnected, but before it was neighborhood by neighborhood.
It was like people was trying to take over. You trying to take over a city now, but then it was. I just need my block, my apartments.
Yeah.
And the apartment complex. You know how many people in an apartment complex?
Yeah. You got everybody that you need right in front of you.
And I wouldn't even find out what people were doing until Memorial Day. Memorial Day is when all the big drug dealers and successful ones go to the beach, go to Galveston, and kick because everybody off, and you just go on. And this is when you show your car off. You know what kind of car you got, who you with, all this thing, your whole crew. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you knew, hey man, what's up, Sherman? The people that you know, or you go to the club and you see people who I was never supposed to be in anybody's club. But I've been in the club since I was 15. I never was supposed to be in the club.
Was there ever a moment where like you're 15, 16 years old and there's like grown women that you have access to?
Yes.
And they don't even know that you're a teenager?
I know.
So it was
I'm like, hey.
Wow. Okay, so you're 15. You're with grown women. You got $250,000. Well, by 19, you got $250,000.
But my girlfriend was a girl that I went to high school with. I kept my girl. But in the streets, you got a grown woman. Hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, what's happening? Yeah. But I'm not gonna be seen with her. The grownest person was Adrian.
Yeah.
So I'm 18. Adrian's 24. And Adrian's fucking awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. And I don't even know why I like her because she smokes cigarettes. But Adrian's fucking awesome. Like anybody ever saw me with Adrian, it was like, yeah, she is fucking awesome. Like, oh, dude, she was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Smoking cigarettes in my BMW. I never used this ashtray. She was the only person that ever used that. It was weird. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't smoking weed. I wasn't doing any of that. I was just a dude who I wasn't even in the streets like that. I was the person that picked up the money now.
So you had other guys working for you.
You got other in this operation. You scale up.
Who got you into the life? Like, how did that happen?
Nobody got me into it. You outside.
His shoes got made fun of.
That's what
you outside.
I relate to that because it's like I have a similar story, but nowhere to the level where you were at. But just doing knucklehead shit, and I didn't need to do it at all. Like I was good at home. My mom had no idea the stuff I was doing. That's why one of the funniest stories is when you actually get locked up and you have to call your mom and tell her.
Didn't want to call her at all.
My mom had no idea I was doing any of the shit that I was doing.
That's
it's
the
so crazy.
worst thing when you gotta call and reveal your fucked up life to your mom. and I was there for really 2 weeks before I called my mom.
Yeah.
So wait, you didn't go home for 2 weeks. Wow. Your mom's probably worried.
I didn't live with my mom.
Okay, got it. So she's used to you not at least.
Yeah, she used to me not.
Were you still calling her like, hey, what's up? Just checking in?
No.
You can't call from the jail.
Oh, yeah, they tell you where it's from.
Nah,
I'm
the way he did that
hoping-
first call, didn't you do a 3-way? So it did.
I need a buffer. I need a buffer, man. Because he's like, yo, this is terrible, man. It's
Okay,
like,
so what happens when you tell her? What?
oh, my mama is pissed. She is like, yo.